because he did get new things on Canada, which I'm sure you know. And I'm just going to read you Justin Trudeau's own statement. Canada is making new, and if I'll define it for you, that means not previously existing, commitments to appoint a fentanyl czar, list cartels as terrorists, ensure 24/7 eyes on the border, launch a joint task force to make money laundering and organized crime.
Richard, I'm going to let you in here. But
this is all new. It's all new.
Hold on.
Can I say something before we go to commercial?
Richard, just give me one.
That's Republican Scott Jennings setting off an entire panel of political hacks on CNN by pointing out the effectiveness of Trump's tariff strategy with Canada and Mexico. Welcome to Nerk News. I'm Nerkish, and it looks like it's a bad day for pretend journalists and establishment media because less than 24 hours after President Trump introduced tariffs in North America, both Canada and Mexico have caved and admitted that they're willing to play ball. Here's Scott Jennings pointing this out to a fuming panel on CNN.
He's either gotten more in the past or it was already announced in the past.
I disagree. First of all, I think the reason he did this is one simple phrase: behavior modification. He's trying to modify the behavior of our neighbors, and he's already having some success with these strategies. If you look at what he did with Colombia, if you look at what the news was over
nothing happened with Colombia
he took
either.
the people.
Mexico,
if you look,
Canada.
They were taking deportation flights.
I love this show.
No.
This is my favorite show. It's
Because
called
you're lying.
Let's All Scream at Scott.
It's called informing our audience.
Richard, just give me 1 second. 1 second. We've got to make sure that this is clear because you just put fentanyl on the table, figuratively.
Yeah.
They're 43 pounds.
Thank God it's not literal. It'll kill you.
43 pounds of fentanyl.
I wouldn't recommend ingesting
from
it.
Canada. From the northern border, okay? That's not 4,300, not 43,000, 43.
You've got to love the open bias on display here. Notice the shell game they're trying to play here with information coming from the White House. Apparently, it's laughable to the people on this panel for Jennings to repeat anything coming from Trump's White House, yet they're the same ones who had no issue parroting lies coming from Biden's White House about his cognitive decline. And I'm not sure if you caught it, but Philip is pushing the new media narrative that we shouldn't care about fentanyl coming from Canada because it's comparatively smaller than what's coming from Mexico, which is a bit of a self-own when you consider that it only takes 2 milligrams of fentanyl to kill someone.
So we got knew this and knew that and there's yes. But was it worth pissing off and offending Canada, which is one of your closest allies? Was it worth all the angst, the drama, the raw emotion when you could have had it with a negotiation?
Richard, I'm sorry.
Richard, so you seem to be extraordinarily worked up about what amounted to 12 hours of conversations between our governments, and the net result of it was everybody who didn't want tariffs should be, like you, should be happy. Everybody who wants less immigration should be happy, and everybody who wants less fentanyl, we should all be saying it's a
We are back at the status
This is going to come back to bite in a way. First of all, Colombia. Second of all, Mexico. Third of all, Canada. Then you've got the European Union. All these allies are going to remember that they were bullied at the edge of a...
No, they're going to remember that the United States is the dominant nation.
No, they're going to remember that Trump just wants...
And we have a president. And now we have a president.
You know, I can't think of a better representation of Obama-era politics before Trump than this loudmouth British guy lecturing Jennings. I mean, for years, liberals plastered the airwaves with foreigners like John Oliver, Trevor Noah, and Sam Bee, who came to America for opportunity and had the audacity to lecture the rest of us about what Americans are and how we should be more like whatever country they came from. Sorry, but that's not on the agenda anymore. I mean, what this guy is essentially saying is some juvenile argument that other countries can't separate a country's leader from the country itself and will be so upset by Trump's actions that they'll theoretically hold a grudge at their detriment for decades.
The people who are buying goods every day, those are the people who are caught in this chaos. It's not a game of chicken.
No tariffs were levied. But none were levied.
Okay,
but it's the uncertainty and the chaos.
First of all,
it's one day.
Trump is now threatening to tariff.
But
why would anybody?
We have a deal.
We have a 30-day deal for nothing.
You guys write your talking points 12 hours ago. It's 10 o'clock. Look what happened in the interim period. We have
What happened?
You made the point.
Nothing.
The three people got together and said, you know what, Trump is right and we'll help you.
And
you and I will have to agree to disagree about that.
I'm still in shock that you actually said that the border crossings went down under Biden.
They did go down under Biden. You know why? You know why they went down?
This is like so disingenuous.
Scott, do you accept that tariffs are inflationary.
I accept that tariffs are taxes, and I accept that some prices could go up. And Bakari, you're right. Donald Trump said that you may feel some pain, but let me tell you why he said it. Because fentanyl is a scourge on this country.
Unquestionably.
Illegal immigration and the violence that's come with it is a scourge on this country, and we have a moral obligation.
Okay, but let us
He did
be
nothing
moral obligation.
about
You know, Victor Davis Hanson recently made an awesome point about all of this, where he said that we're essentially in 18th century colonial relationships with countries like this. Because countries like Canada don't defend themselves and have excessive one-way mercantile style trade with us. So Trump doing all of this is basically giving them a choice to either be part of us or to stop this charade and go their own way. And if they want the former, these are his conditions. Which is pretty funny considering that CNN just recently had some Canadian PM on crying about how these tariffs are attacks on their sovereignty. But as Trump points out, looking at our current arrangement, I'd argue that they don't even fully understand the meaning of the word. But let me know what you think. How do you feel about Trump's recent tariffs in North America? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. That stuff really does help us out. Until then, this has been Nerk News. Thanks for watching. Bye.